Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 2nd of May, 1983, and the title is Instead of Blaming Maya, Become Powerful and a Master Creator. Today, out of this whole gathering, Bap Dada is especially looking at the souls who have become embodiments of knowledge and yoga and are constantly stable in the stage of master creators. Each of you calls yourself knowledgeable and yogi, but you are number wise in being as knowledgeable as the Father and in being a yogi soul equal to the Father. To be equal to the Father means to remain constantly stable in the position of a master creator. The whole of creation becomes a servant and cooperates in service in front of powerful souls who easily stabilize in the seat of a master creator. A master creator can create whatever type of atmosphere he wants within a second by ordering his pure thoughts. He can spread whatever type of vibrations he wants to. Whatever power he invokes, that power becomes cooperative. Knowing what a particular soul is lacking, such a soul becomes a master bestower of all attainments and is able to give what that soul lacks. Baba was seeing to what extent you have become such powerful master creators and are constantly and easily seated on your seat. What did Baba see? All are number-wise anyway. However, Baba even saw that those souls who call themselves master creators become confused by even one wasteful thought that they have created by their power of thought. They become afraid. The pressure of awareness becomes low, and this is why the heartbeat of zeal and enthusiasm becomes slow. There is the sweating of being disheartened. This happens, doesn't it? You become distressed thinking about what to do and how to do it. It is a mistake of just a second. You come down from your position of master creator. When the position has ended, or there is forgetfulness in that second, Maya's army comes to oppose you. Who invokes Maya? You yourself come down from your position. You let go of your seat of position, and then, seeing an empty seat, Maya makes it her own. Therefore, Maya says, I am not to be blamed. It is because you invoke me that I come. Do you understand? Acha. Today is the day for meeting. Baba will tell you at some other time what else you do. To all master creators, the ones easily seated on their seat, to those who are embodiments of the awareness of a child and a master, to those who are constantly full of knowledge, equal to the Father, to such elevated souls, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Bap Dada meeting Kumaris. Have you Kumaris made your decision? The time to decide is when you are in your Kumari life. You are so fortunate that you came to the Father at the time of making a decision. If your life had moved a little forward, you would have become a parrot in a cage. So, what do you want to become? A caged parrot or a free bird? A Kumari is a free bird. There is no need for Kumaris to work. Do you want to accumulate a bank balance? If you stay with your worldly father, you will be able to get a couple of chapatis. Whereas if you stay with the spiritual family, you won't lack anything. So, why do you go to work? Is it that you are afraid of living at a center? Even if you are told that you have attachment, you experience waves of sorrow. In any case, Kumaris don't live at home. Maintain the intoxication that you are seated on the Father's hearth throne. Even the throne of the Golden Age is nothing compared to this throne. Constantly maintain the awareness that you constantly have a crown and a tilak. How could someone leave a very good seat she has been given? If you are going to become something, then become elevated. If yes, then yes. If you are going to die, die at a stroke. This dying is a sweet dying. If your aim is firm, no one can shake you. If your aim is weak, then excuses and situations will come which will create obstructions. Therefore, constantly be determined. Bapdada meeting other Kumars. The Father has liberated you from all types of effort. You have been liberated from the effort of devotion and also from the effort of the life of a householder. You have become a trustee in your householder life, and therefore all effort has ended. Now that you have received the fruit of devotion, the stumbling of devotion, that is, the effort has ended. Do you consider yourselves to be those who eat the fruit of devotion? In fact, it is said that knowledge is the fruit of devotion, but you have already found the bestower of knowledge as your fruit of devotion. So you received the fruit of devotion, and so all the complications of sorrow and peacelessness of the household have therefore ended. You have become liberated from both. From being in a life of bondage, you have become souls who are liberated in life. When someone becomes free from bondage, he dances with happiness. You are also souls who are free from bondage and so constantly continue to dance with happiness. Simply sing songs and dance in happiness. This is easy, is it not? Constantly remember that you are souls who are liberated in life. All your bondages have finished. You have been liberated from making effort and have developed love. So constantly remain light and fly. You have changed from a worshipper to being a worthy of worship, from unhappy to happy, and from a thorn to a flower. There is now so much difference. No old iron-aged sanskars should now remain. If any old sanskars of the old world remains, that would pull you towards itself. Therefore, you constantly have a new life and new sanskars. You have an elevated life, and so elevated sanskars are needed. The elevated sanskars are to benefit the self and the world. Have you made your sanskars such? If you have any sanskars other than those of benefiting yourself and the world, then they do create obstacles in this life. Therefore, all the old sanskars should now end. Always maintain the awareness that you are a spiritual rose. A spiritual rose means one who constantly spreads spiritual fragrance. Just as a physical rose gives its fragrance and has a beautiful form and color and a very good fragrance that attracts everyone towards itself, in the same way, all of you are also spiritual roses of your Father's garden. Roses are always offered in worship. Spiritual roses are also offered to the Father. To become a server of the yajna is also to offer yourself. To offer yourself doesn't mean that you have to stay in one place. You may live anywhere, but follow Srimad. There shouldn't be the slightest consciousness of the self mixed in that. You consider yourselves to be such fortunate, spiritual fragrant roses, do you not? Constantly maintain the awareness that you are the spiritual roses of Allah's garden. Have this intoxication all the time. Remain intoxicated and sing praise of the Father's virtues. You will create your fortune with whatever you say with this godly intoxication. Constantly continue to move along while considering yourselves to be victorious Pandavas. The victory of the Pandavas is very well known in every cycle. Although there were only 5, they were victorious. The reason for their victory was that the Father was their companion. Just as the Father is constantly victorious, in the same way, those who belong to the Father are also constantly victorious. Maintain the awareness that you are victorious jewels. This aspect also brings great intoxication and happiness. What do you feel when you hear the story of the Pandavas? That this is your story. Only Arjuna's name was mentioned first for the sake of it. In terms of the world, they were only 5, but they were constantly victorious. This awareness should always remain fresh. Your awareness should be as clear as though it were a matter of only yesterday. All of you have claimed your fortune while sitting at home, have you not? While sitting at home, you have received such elevated fortune that it will be remembered till the end. You have come to the Father's home. You have come to your own home. You celebrated, you ate, and you played, etc. When you become tired, you go and rest. Here too, you come here having done your work and business, etc. As soon as you come here, you become a lotus. You cannot see anyone except the Father. You receive rest. You don't have anything to do apart from meeting the Father, listening to Him, and remembering Him. Therefore, your tiredness was removed and you became refreshed. Did you not? If someone comes here even for just 2 hours, he becomes refreshed because this place is for the refreshment. To come here means to be refreshed. At the time of farewell, each child is more loved than the next. Each one has his or her own specialty. Even if someone is the last number, he is still the Father's child. No matter what you children are like, you have still attained the fortune of the renunciation you have had. Therefore, all of you consider yourselves to be loved by the Father. Although it is number-wise, all of you receive love and remembrance. Do you not? Bap-Dada gives everyone love and remembrance from the depth of his heart. The love from the depth of his heart is the same for each and every one. All of you are the long lost and now found, especially beloved arms of the Father. Therefore, his arms would definitely be loved by him, would they not? Would anyone not have love for his own arms? Even the last number is the one of the handful out of multi-millions. So, you have become the loved one out of multi-millions. Have you not? Acha. Blessing. May you be an embodiment of power and oppose Maya by being innocent as well as an almighty authority. Sometimes innocence causes a lot of damage. Easiness takes on the form of innocence. However, don't become so innocent that you are unable to face something. Together with being easy and simple-natured, you also need the power to accommodate and to tolerate. Just as the Father is the Almighty Authority, as well as being the Lord of innocence, in the same way, when you too become embodiments of power as well as innocent, you won't be hit by the bombs of Maya. Instead of opposing you, Maya will salute you. Slogan: hoist the flag of remembrance in your heart, and the flag of revelation will be hoisted. Om Shanti.